Okay. As long as it's not choppy, is all I care. All right, good. All right. Yeah, I was gonna do my stream tomorrow on Friday, but my wife and I are going out tomorrow, so I thought, well, I'll do my stream today and that. Now, I know many people have asked me what I mean by crisis apparition. Okay, well, first of all, I just wanted to let kind of enlighten you, if you will. Now, I don't know how many people have heard of the term out-of-body experience, or they've heard of astral projection. Okay, but basically what that is that your energy force or your soul, your spirit, temporarily leaves your physical body. And that happens all the time when you're asleep. And that it's just that you don't remember. And that, but that's basically what happens is your spirit body leaves your physical body for a very short period of time, then comes back in. Okay, and that, well, same too when it comes to what I call a crisis apparition. Now, what I mean by that is there's been many documented cases where a person has shown up in a different area, and that, like, I'll give you an example, okay? One episode of Most Haunted, where a guy by the name of Norman, okay, well, he was away at battle, okay, fighting, during battle conditions. I think it was about 1812 or something like that. And all of a sudden, back home, they actually saw him both on the property and in his bedroom. And he was just standing there smiling, saying, "I'm happy, everything's good." He didn't speak. But that was it. He was there just for a few seconds and he was gone. Okay? Well, at the same time, when he was in combat, okay, well, at the time, he was still alive, but he knew that he was going to be leaving his physical body quite quickly because he was mortally wounded. Okay? I think it was either bayoneted or shot or something. And that, but basically what that was him telling his friends and loved ones what had happened. Okay? And he was just basically saying, okay, he was basically saying his goodbyes. And that he was at peace. And that, in his mind, because he wanted to give his family a heads up that something had happened, that he wasn't going to survive, so he went back home to say, okay, I'm happy. Okay, that's one scenario, okay, of a crisis apparition. Another scenario, and that is actually on YouTube. I found it on YouTube. I think it was Haunted Alamo or something, or Haunted Texas or something like that, where this guy, and that he was attacked by, I don't know, really bad guys, and he was murdered. Okay, but while he was being murdered, and that his spirit body left his physical body and went over to a friend of his, a close friend of his, and this apparition appeared, and that being a complete, like you really couldn't hear anything, but you could see the guy was in agony, and apparently he had his throat cut, and that he was only there for a few seconds and he was gone. But he knew who it was, and he goes, "Well, if I started now, I should be at my friend's place the next day." And that, so sure enough, after getting the message from that apparition saying that something had happened to his friend, and that he actually went from his house, traveled across country to his friend's house, but by the time he got there, and that they'd already stitched it up, and he was already in a funeral home, getting ready for burial. So he knew that his friend had been murdered by the apparition, but when he got there, he goes, "Okay, I see what happened to him. Okay, so what the apparition showed is what happened to his friend." Okay, So that was more of a heads up or a warning of what had happened. Okay, so so the next time you see an apparition of a friend or a loved one, and that you know, in your bedroom or in your house or wherever, and you know that they're still alive, okay, they're basically trying to tell you that they know that their time on the earth plane is very limited, and that they're basically visiting you to say, okay, I'm here, I'm happy, I'm at peace, I'm smiling, saying goodbye. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand that. When they see the ghost, and that they basically panic, they don't understand the reason or the message or the meaning behind the visitation, other than for they just saw a ghost of a friend or a relative, and they think, what the crap's going on? And that, so I would say the next time you see an apparition of someone you know, and then find out if that person is still in the physical or not. Because chances are it's just a heads up saying, okay, I'm ready to leave the physical body. I want to go and say my goodbyes. How do you do it? And that the spirit body leaves the physical body and goes out and appears to different people and say, okay, I'm ready to let go and that. But see, not everybody does that. It's kind of rare. And that it's only if there's a real strong spiritual or emotional bond is when this kind of apparition actually appears. Okay? So it's nothing scary, basically. You know, it may look scary, it may appear scary, especially if you don't understand it. It doesn't mean that your house is haunted. It just means that you get a spiritual visitor, and that. And so, like I said, there's nothing negative about it, and that it's just basically a heads up, okay, of what's going on with that individual that's supposed to leave the physical body. That's basically all it is. And that, I know it may sound like I'm making it sound, taking it lightly, but I don't really think it's something that, you know, people need to panic about. And I'd say that the more research you do about this, the less scary it is. And the more you understand it, about why spirits do what they do, the less scary it is, the more, actually, I'd say more fascinating it is. And that, so, yeah, so that's basically that's basically all I wanted to talk to you about, was what is a crisis apparition, what's the purpose of it, and that, which is basically a heads up of what's happened to that person, and that, and so, yeah, so, anyway, people, I know this is a very short stream, and that, so, but, for those who didn't get a chance to see the stream this week, and that, or today, and that, I'll be posting this on my YouTube channel, okay, and you can watch this back, okay. Plus, I did the same stream on StreamYard yesterday, and that, which is a little bit longer, and that, but I did stream on it, and so when you go to my YouTube channel, okay, and not the video itself, but in the comments, there'll be a link, okay, to that StreamYard live stream, that video. Okay, you'll be able to watch it from there as well. Okay, so you can watch it from YouTube, or you can watch it from Facebook StreamYard. So, either way. And so, anyway, people, thanks for your support. God bless, and hope I'll see you next week. What the topic is, I haven't got a clue. My guide hasn't told me yet. And that, so, it should be pretty cool. Okay, so, everybody, stay safe, and that, love and light. Gotta get a new phone, too. This one's running out of memory.